Okay, I said I would stop that video just so we can make it short and sweet, and you can chunk these up. Now I'm just going to talk about chapter 3. So just a reminder, specific strategies from the chapter. That's what I'm going to be looking for on the test. That's what I'm going to be looking for in your answers. That's what I'm going to be looking for on your final exam, is what are you learning from the content that you're reading, maybe some of the videos that I've included, anything like that. Of course, you've got experience, you know some things that work, add those in, spice it up, but just remember that I'm going to be looking for things that I've covered first, and then that other stuff can just be extra. Okay, let's look at Lauren. Lauren's taking a history class. Her professor assigns a 12-page paper. It's due at the end of the semester. She looks through the assignment pretty quickly. It looks very similar to what she wrote in high school, so she's not that concerned. And she decides to wait until 2 weeks before it's due. Now, this is a classic scenario. We wish Lauren would go back in time and start it early, right? Probably not going to happen. And we can certainly provide some of that advice at the end, but let's focus on what she can do now, and why you think it'll be helpful. One of the things that she needs to do, again, looking at chapter 3 and possibly pulling in some specific strategies there, she's going to need to estimate how much time these tasks are going to take. So in your procrastination plan that you created this week, or the very latest Monday, you were asked to estimate how much time your tasks were going to take. And I have you do that because you need to start thinking about not only what you have to do, but how long do you think it's going to take. Now, some of that is you're just going to have to figure it out. You may think something's going to take 30 minutes and it takes an hour and 30 minutes. That's good information, and file it away for next time. So she needs to do that at the very least. She needs to break that assignment down into all of those parts and then look at her schedule, what she has, not just that class, obviously she has other things, and figure out where she can chunk some of that time within those last 2 weeks. She definitely needs to talk to her professor, perhaps go see somebody in the Writing and Communication Center, even work with a library faculty member. All of those things, again, that ties a little bit to chapter 1, but it is another piece of the strategy that could be very, very helpful. She needs to estimate those time on task, and she can use some of those strategies. The Pomodoro technique, which is one of my favorites, just start a timer on your phone, or if you've got a timer that's not part of your phone, 25 minutes just to get started. She could eat the frog. Maybe she doesn't love this process, and so picking a topic is difficult, and so maybe she's been putting that off, and maybe that's something that she does the first thing in the morning. She might also then, create a daily top 3 and do at least 3 things, small tasks that are going to help her towards that. Again, remember specific strategies, that's what I'm looking for, and then why are these things going to be helpful? Well, the Pomodoro technique is helpful because it gets you started. You don't even think about it, you just start the task. If you start thinking about it, you'll put it off. Eat the frog is very helpful because once you do that task that you didn't want to do, it actually clears up some of your cognitive space. There's some psychological benefit to it that allows you to do other things, and it makes it much more pleasant. Time management with Jabari. He has the following items on his to-do list: study for physics test, help his brother move into an apartment, plan his fraternity's most important party of the year, campus coffee shop. This probably sounds a lot like your lives. Read 50 pages, write an essay, lots of different things. So this particular one, you're going to want to focus on prioritization. And again, you could do the estimated time. I think that's always very helpful. Help him rearrange things in priority. Now, for some people, working their job is a high priority and the college stuff comes second. That's okay. But he needs to figure out where those things are. Again, why does prioritization help, Jabari? Prioritization helps you focus on what is the most important task. When you've got lots of stuff, and I'm doing this right now, I have a list. I started a list of things because my head's kind of spinning of all the stuff I have to do. And some of it's really simple and not high priority, but just putting it down and then rearranging it for prioritization helps me get the most important things done first, or the most unpleasant thing done first. Tabitha has plenty of time to do her work, but she cannot get motivated to do it. She's often on her phone when she has to study or write papers. Does it sound similar to some people? No, it sounds similar to me. Spends hours scrolling through social media because of her distractions, often finds herself staying up late in her grades. Okay, so she's got a lot of little time management stuff. Pomodoro technique definitely can help her just get started. Maybe even avoiding and eliminating distractions, cleaning up her space. Again, going back to chapter 3, looking at some of the content and some of the things that it covers and pulling that into her answer. There's a lot of stuff in terms of organization that she probably needs to do, not just, I guess, putting things on a calendar. She's got to get kind of organized. And here I'll give you a little secret, and this is a little Easter egg, so to speak. A lot of times people want to get motivated before they do something. So if I'm going to go work out, I want to feel like I want to work out. If I'm going to eat healthy today, I want to feel like it. If I'm going to work on a paper, I'm going to wait till I'm in the right mood and feel like it. I'm going to tell you right now, that is all bunk and hogwash. You don't ever want to wait until you feel like it. Actually, the act of doing it then feeds the motivation. So if you're like me and you don't love to work out, put your shoes on, put your shorts on, walk yourself over to that gym and start walking on the treadmill or lifting weights. The motivation will come after that. And even if it never comes, you've done it. So big key there. If you want the secret to life, that is, don't wait to be motivated. You just have to do. And that's why I love the Pomodoro technique, because it gets you started on something for just 25 minutes, and then you can make a decision if you want to keep doing it. All right, there you go. That's how you answer those.